diwarnai asyasu alirnya. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the new moon in Aquarius taking place for everyone collectively February 9th, 2024. So you don't have to have Aquarius anywhere in your astrological chart to be able to watch this reading. What I do is just look at the overall energies happening for all of us on a collective level during full moon and new moon times. Full moon time is a time where we will make changes, do magical workings, switch something up in our life, let go and or release things in order to clear the space for times such as this when it's a new moon. So new moon is where we set new intentions to receive new things, where the universe tends to bring new things to us. So it's always curious to me to see what it is we might be letting go, let's say, or changing at the full moon, and what it is we might be welcoming in or making space to receive. So in order to get this new moon in Aquarius reading started for you, what I normally do is use an oracle deck system to kind of act as the main energy and or theme of the particular new moon and or full moon. So let's see what the main energy and theme is for this new moon in Aquarius, February 9th, 2024, taking place for all of us. What is this new moon in Aquarius energy all about? What is the theme of this new moon? The main energy for it, February 9th, 2024. All right. And I'm also going to use the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck. Let's see. New Moon Aquarius, February 9th, 2024. New Moon in Aquarius. Also, for some of you, it might be taking, depending on where you are in the world, it might be taking place on the 10th of February. So it's kind of like one of those new moons that goes overnight. So let's see. February 9th, 2024. Whoa. New Moon Aquarius. What is this energy all about? What's the theme or main energy of it? All right. And I am kind of tempted to take a second one. Okay. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Divine timing. I like it. I like it. I know I haven't pulled over the other cards, but it feels like a promise. That's the word that came to me. It feels like a promise. A promise arriving in divine time. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that word came in pretty strongly. So I don't know if there's a promise being fulfilled or soon to be fulfilled for you, and perhaps this new moon is what's helping to usher it in or bring it to you. But a promise. Okay, so let's find out. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so it says, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Be careful. Snake. Snake is about regeneration. It is about healing. It's also about wisdom. So it's a very powerful medicine, okay? It's also transformation, if I haven't said that already. Sometimes it can talk about rebirth as well. And magic, okay? So, let's keep going because and it is healing. It's healing medicine. Think of the snake wrapped around the caduceus, you know. It's the medical symbol, right? So definitely is strong healing medicine in the snake's energy. And it talks about change. So I'm getting the vibe that there's some kind of change or transformation or healing taking place for you in divine timing in some way. Now, when it says it's going to guide you to a better path, yes, these changes will indeed guide you to a better path, one that's healed, one that's whole. But it says be careful, right? And a lot of times that is indication of be mindful, right, of the people around you. Okay, so what I just got was there's change up ahead. There's change afoot. It's happening and it's arriving and it's coming towards you in divine timing. In alignment with a promise, okay? In alignment with the promise. But the feeling is be careful because you can't take everybody with you. You're shifting, you're changing. There's some kind of rebirth taking place in your life, a healing, and it's shedding old skin, right? Because that's what snakes do. They molt. They shed off the old skin. That's why it's rebirth energy too. So they can transform and grow and expand beyond the old facets and limitations of who they once were. And the feeling is here, there's a promise about to be fulfilled in divine time. And it's arriving to you via some sort of major change and shift in your life. It's going to bring healing, but you cannot take everybody with you. Be careful of who tries to come with you. If you have to shed old facets of self, whether that be people, places, and things you used to know, it's because they don't fit where these changes are taking you. And the changes that are arriving towards you, I believe, have to do with a promise, because that's the first word that came to me when I pulled over that card. And that is not a word that I usually associate with divine timing. So I'm trusting myself and my intuition in, conveying that to you, because it felt really strong, and I have to go with that gut feeling, right? So let's see what else we can learn about this. This is super powerful, it feels like. Okay. Look at that perception. Look at that. Perception. That I think falls in line with the be careful energy. Discernment, perception. That's why it says be careful. People are probably wearing masks around you. That's possible. Things aren't maybe even what they seem. That's what that's giving me. And I feel like the universe is also, this new moon, going to open your eyes to something. Maybe open your eyes to the reality of people, places, and things, of what they are and who they are truly. Because the snake has the ability to discern, and it has a heightened level of wisdom and understanding, right? Snakes don't see very well. That's interesting that the perception card is here next to the snake, because snakes in reality don't have very good eyesight. But they feel their way around, right? They use their little tongue to sense their surroundings. And that's why the snake is also associated with intuition. So you're going to be getting a hint of something. You're going to be sensing and feeling a heightened sense of intuition, I feel, with these two cards for sure. And it's telling you to be very discerning of your surroundings, of the people around you. It's going to reveal something to you that you need to know and understand with this new moon. I feel it's going to pierce the veil for you. It's going to allow you to take the veil off. Take the mask off, right? Lift the curtain. Right? Lift the curtain in some way in your surroundings, in your environment. So you can see things, people, places, and scenarios for who they really are. What they really are. And it's all prepping you for a major change. Something is changing, turning around for you in alignment with a promise, in alignment with divine timing, in alignment with a better path, right? You're being guided to a better path. And Spirit is asking you to trust your discernment, your perception, your intuition, to help guide you properly in the direction of these changes that are occurring for you, and helping to put you on to a better healed whole path, a rebirthed path. And to listen to your inner being, because things on the outside aren't always what they seem. And this is where you're really going to have to pay attention to what you know internally, your intuition, and what you sense versus what you see. All right, I hope that makes sense. It seems very deep, but let's see if we can get a few cards from the Green Witch Tarot. I don't use this deck too much, I don't know why I don't reach for it. I'm going to try to reach for it a little bit more because I do like the artwork. But let's see. Let's see if we can get... Oh, wow. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Let's see if we can get 2 more for this new moon in Aquarius. Wait, did I see one flip over? Okay, maybe not. All right, new moon Aquarius, February 9th, 2024. What is this new moon all about? What do we need to know? All right. And if I need more cards, I will always grab off to the side, but let's see what we have. Wow. So you have the Ace of Cups. You also have the Empress in this deck. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. I kind of am tempted to grab another one. But let's see. 4 of Cups. And I want to look underneath the deck. Whoa, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I know what this 4 of Cups is saying. Remember when I said things aren't always what they seem? Right? Things aren't always what they seem. Like the curtain is being lifted, the veil, right, is being lifted. I'm going to move these out the side, or out of the way, because I want room to focus on this. Now, when I look underneath the deck, that's me just looking at the underlying energy. It's an energy oftentimes, of course, because it's underneath the deck, it's an energy we oftentimes aren't aware of, or maybe we're not seeing, right, for ourselves. And it's a hidden element in that way. So I know what that 4 of Cups is saying. It's what you're not seeing, okay? So we've already established that based on the perception energy and the fact that things aren't always what they seem when there's a veil or where there's a curtain kind of blocking us from the full picture, right? So I get that. And I feel like that's part of what Spirit is saying here. This new moon is about to reveal something to you, but at first it's not going to make sense. We have a lot of parallels in these cards. I'm going to go over them, and I'm kind of studying them right now. So bear with me a second, because I'm seeing connections. And I'm trying to figure out where to start, right? On how to address it. So I think the 4 of Cups is tied into the Reception card, okay? This is the promise. This is also the promise, okay, that I felt in that Divine Timing card. Because everything with the Empress energy is birthed in its own time. This is the new energy trying to come to you or be birthed into your experience. And that's what this new moon is bringing. It's bringing something on your heart. Not only that, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Chalices is an energy of healing, renewal. That's why the cup runs over, right? Because it's cathartic, it's cleansing, it's purifying. It's definitely purifying energy within you or around you or something on your heart. It's kind of clearing the way to bring this beautiful energy to you, right? So it flows to you. I always call the Empress the birth of a dream because she's in a gestation period. Oh boy, okay. My star family watching this, some of you have been patiently brooding and waiting for a manifestation. She is number 3, expansion, creation. She is the creatrix. She's fertility, abundance, prosperity, and the birth of something. Could be an actual child for some of you. Maybe you've been waiting to get pregnant, some of you. But I think if anything, it's the birth of a dream, birth of a project, a creative endeavor, a manifestation. And at first it may seem like nothing's happening, that there's a veil keeping you from it, right? Whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is you've been gestating in the womb of the subconscious mind of the creation process. It feels like there's a thin veil between you and it, but things are not what they seem. I think this reading is saying you're a lot closer to accessing or birthing this thing into your reality with the Empress energy. You're closer to birthing it into your reality than you might realize. And you might feel a little dissatisfied with the Four of Cups. And here's where the connection is, okay? And I feel like I'm taking forever to piece this together. So thank you for your patience in that regard. But you have the same cup over here, right? There's always that cup floating in the background of the Four of Cups that she's too distracted and she can't see. She can't see it, right? Her perception's a little skewed right now. She can't see it. She's too focused on everything she's so unhappy or dissatisfied with, or everything that's kind of going to shit or wrong with her life, right? She's bored. She's dissatisfied. She's unfulfilled. And she's focused on these three cups, not seeing that there is a cup right here. There is something, a gift on your heart or an opportunity that the universe is trying to hand to you. And here it is. Here it is. You're about to receive it. This is an open door, a portal, a brand new beginning with the Ace of Cups, right? The very thing on your heart is what you're about to birth into your experience. It's on its way, but you might be focused on mundane life and all the, distracting things around you that you're failing to see that the universe is actually bringing you the gift, the thing on your heart, the manifestation about to be birthed into your reality. It's bringing it here in divine timing because it was promised to you. Now, Spirit is saying over here, in the midst of this gestation process, just keep tangibly, physically, Knight of Pentacles, putting one foot in front of the other in faith, patiently waiting, right? I know, patience, it's hard. We want things when we want them. We wanted them yesterday, most of us. That's our human nature. But Knight of Pentacles is saying, you've been making tangible progress. Even when you couldn't see the progress being made. Even when you didn't see these things coming towards you. They've been gestating this whole time like a seed planted in the earth. Like a seed planted in the womb. These things take time. And you've been waiting patiently. But like all good things, right? Like all good things that are birthed into the world, they will eventually come to fruition. A baby eventually gets birthed, right? Like I said, you've been brooding, you've been waiting patiently for this. You've been doing your due diligence on a tangible, physical, earthly level with the Knight of Pentacles, taking steps every day towards this, making progress, maybe putting one foot in front of the other, doing what you got to do to get by on your daily earthly life, as we all do. Not realizing the whole time that Spirit was bringing this to you. And your physical sight can't quite see it on the way, but it's coming. It's about to knock on your door right here. Right? And that's why Spirit's saying, don't get distracted over here by the things that are kind of like the same, because it's a number 4. And although we like things that are stable, sometimes too much stable can feel stuck because nothing's happening. Right? And then we start to grow bored, dissatisfied, unfulfilled. Thing is, we have the Knight. It's coming toward you. It's just like all good things. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to cook in the oven, so to speak. And yes, like the snake, in the process of waiting for this thing to arrive, you've been shedding old facets of self. You have been maybe making personal changes within yourself. And I also feel like when this thing comes into your life, you're going to also be prompted to make changes. And I also do feel like not everybody or everything's going to be able to come with you into this new chapter. Once this open door is presented to you and you decide you're going to answer it and walk through it, because it's coming. We see it about to arrive here. Right? Don't we see it about to arrive? It's like literally this person's like, oh, she looks so pensive in her thoughts, in her feelings. Should I interrupt her thoughts and tell her I'm here, that I got something for her? We also have the dragonfly energy, which is symbolic of change as well. And then you have the hawk, which is symbolic of higher sight. And it's symbolic of spirit having, yeah, we also have dragonflies here as well. So for some of you, I'm just going to point out that the dragonfly could definitely be an animal medicine for you, the snake and the hawk as well. But it does feel like, and we have the mallards, which also mate for life in the Empress card. So it could be new love for some of you. That's coming your way if that's what you've been manifesting, but, or something on your heart, right? But the feeling is here, spirit has oversight, okay? The universe creator has oversight over this thing unfolding for you. It was promised to you, so it eventually has to get delivered. A promise cannot be withheld from a child of the divine. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you created this, you just stated it, you manifested it, you co-created it in divine mind, then the divine has to deliver its promise. And the Empress is about to give birth to something, because we see the door opening with the Ace of Cups. The healing process of the snake and the renewal and the healing of the Ace of Cups also had to take place in order to clean the slate and prepare you to receive this now. And it's like, as you're doing your due diligence on a daily basis, living your life, going about your day, and not maybe seeing many changes externally, physically, on a tangible earthly level, there have been a lot of changes taking place on a metaphysical level. The snake is showing us that healing. So is the Ace of Cups. And I always use the analogy when it comes to healing, right, of a riverbed. You know, things get uprooted, and we have that energy here of the beautiful creek and the fish, which is symbolic of abundance, mind you. Things get uprooted, brought to the surface, and washed downstream. You know, that's part of the healing process. It comes in stages that way. Every so often, you'll uproot something within your being, and it gets brought to the surface so you can address it. And then when you address it, you heal it, you clear it away. And I feel like that Ace of Cups is saying your energy's been cleared, prepared, cleansed. You've been renewed. You've been rebirthed. You've shed your old skin, old facets of self. You've transformed. You've changed on an internal, metaphysical, spiritual level. It was all in preparation of receiving something that was co-created, creation process between you and spirit. The changes are continually taking place. Like a seed planted in the earth, it's growing underneath the surface. It's growing within the womb. You can't see it, but you know there's something taking place in there or under the ground. Like I always say, you don't pull up the carrots to see how they're growing, right? But you know there's a shift, there's a change, and it's like the Empress. She's that energy. I'm about to blow, right? I'm about to birth this baby. I'm getting big. I'm swollen with the seed that's been planted, and I'm about to birth it into my world. But that takes time, and just know that a baby eventually has to get birthed. A plant eventually, you know, when the seed is ready, it pushes its way out of the pod, and eventually it reaches the surface of the soil so you can see it surface level. The thing is, meanwhile, while it's pushing its way through, you don't see anything. You know it's growing, but you don't see the process taking place until it peaks. And that's kind of this energy of the Four of Cups. It's like you might be looking at your surroundings like, what the hell, you know? I'm so different. I'm so healed. I'm so ready for this. I know I'm different on the inside. Why is nothing else changing around me physically? The thing is, it is. It just takes a while for your physical 3D world to catch up to you because you're always ahead of it. It takes a while for the manifestation or the gestation to catch up to you in your physical. But eventually, like everything, it has to show itself surface level. And it will. And that's why the curtains are there, right? That's why the mask is there. Because there's something about the perception. There's something you're not seeing. Just like over here, you're not seeing this Ace of Cups floating your way. But the door is opening. We have it here. I just heard sometimes we entertain angels unaware, right? I'm going to get to that 10 of Pentacles in a minute, mind you. And I haven't forgotten about it. Sometimes we entertain angels unaware. We're so caught up in our shit. We're so caught up in our daily, mundane, everyday life that we fail to see signs, synchronicities, or things happening around us that are actually pointing at what's coming toward us. Or the universe is using its language to try to get our attention to show us that we're aligned, or we're aligning with other things up ahead. And this is kind of like saying not to focus on everything that's kind of meh, right? The energy of meh. Not to focus on everything that's kind of dissatisfactory at this time. Because that's not the truth. That's not that's not the truth. That's not the actual reality of what's happening for you. You have something that's about to be delivered to you right on time. We see the physical, tangible evidence of it coming towards you with the Knight of Pentacles. We've also seen with that energy that you've been doing your due diligence every day. You've been taking physical steps. You've been making progress. Even when you couldn't see it, you were still making progress. You're about to birth a dream into your reality. This new moon is helping you to connect and or arrive with it, or arrive to it, or arrive at it. Or it's going to be delivered when you're not even paying attention. Four of Cups. Okay. Or when you least expect it and you think that the universe or creator, God, creator, spirit has given up on you. Okay. Or forgot about you. And the next thing you know, knock on the door. And also, be mindful of when this comes in or comes through for you, because this new energy is bringing it. Again, think of Aquarian energy, right? It's a new moon in Aquarius. Aquarian energy is hyper aware, and it's also very visionary. It's visionary energy. Visualizations are associated to Aquarian energy. It's a heightened sense of awareness and perception. So even though we don't have any air on the table, I think it applies in that way, because I think it's touching on the physical realization of something you've been visualizing for yourself. And this new energy of the new moon in Aquarius is helping to bring it to you. And it's also helping you to put away something from the past that does not fit where you're headed in this new energy, or to help you kind of weed out, right? Weed out and release and let go and discern what can stay and what can go when this energy arrives to you, or when this visualization fully manifested arrives. 10 of Pentacles, underneath the surface, legacy, wealth, abundance, prosperity, stability, long term, family, home life. We have the beautiful Kingfisher. Okay, on the card, very powerful animal medicine too. I would probably research that if you feel a connection to it. But it's saying here, underneath the surface, there is so much abundance, right? Also the fish, salmon, coming towards you in physical, tangible ways. Earthly energy here, here, and here, because she's Taurus. You're just right now in a weird position, maybe between old and new, that you can't fully see what is coming towards you. And it's skewed your perception slightly. But there's a promise. Like when you plant a seed, there's a promise of new life. Right? Here's your seed. Here's your promise of new life being birthed into your experience. You plant a seed, that promise will eventually reveal itself, right? Because it's a promise of fruit, of bearing fruit. Just the other day I noticed, I mean, it's February, right? And I noticed my daffodils already starting to peek and poke through the ground or through the earth. You know, it's the promise of something coming to bloom, something coming to fruition, that spring is on the way, that new life is on the way. Ace of Cups, right? New energy. It's on the way. And underneath the surface, because it's hidden, you can't quite see that all this beauty, abundance, fertility, again over here, prosperity, success, longevity, long-term success, things that are built over time, right? Because you've been putting in the work over here, 1 foot at a time, moving in the direction of your goals with the Knight of Pentacles, that eventually this is going to accumulate and you're going to have something to show for it. Just like a seed will eventually have fruit to show for itself. And sometimes with the Knight of Pentacles, this progress might feel slow. It might feel like it's taking forever. And maybe that's why you're feeling, you know, some of you might be feeling a little like this, jaded, right? Wondering, when is your time? When is it my time to have my glow up, to have my abundance, to have my success, to have my goals and aspirations achieved? When is it time for me to receive my manifestation? There is a little bit of, I feel, a veil. But I feel like like any show that you see on stage, there's always a grand finale, right? And a closing of the curtain to tell you the show is over. And I'm kind of getting the vibe that instead of, yeah, there is a little bit of a grand finale to this, right? So you're coming toward a conclusion, but you're also coming toward a reveal at the same time. Like, again, an ending and a beginning. There's just been a growth process. For some of you, it's new love that's coming your way with the Ace of Cups, something on your heart, something you've been manifesting, making progress toward, you know, a goal or creative project. For some of you, finally having something to show for it, fruit of your labor, you know, to be a demonstration of all your hard work that you've been putting into something. You have, with the Knight of Pentacles, been very methodical, and you've dotted all your I's, crossed all your T's to help you arrive at your goals. It's not like you sat back and done nothing, you know, especially you've been working hard and putting in the physical effort toward it. You are headed in the direction of this 10 of Pentacles, and these things have been gestating underneath the surface the whole time. It's just that the growth on the outside, the progress on the outside maybe has been very minimal. Some of you are receiving a promise in divine time, whether that be a new job, whether that be more abundance in your life so you can do more, live more comfortably with that 10 of Pentacles. In some way, there's something on your heart that is brewing underneath the surface, and it's ready to come to fruition here. But it does feel like there's certain things that in the process of receiving this, you're going to have to discern whether it can stay or go, or whether you have room for them in this new chapter of the journey where all this abundance lies, where the promise is delivered, you see? Whether that be people, places, things, or scenarios that just no longer fit this new rebirth, reborn version of you that's living amongst the wish fulfilled tangibly, physically. Do you see what I mean? Because you're undergoing a change, and not everything can go with you. You're going to have to be very discerning about what can stay and what can go once the thing on your heart is birthed and comes towards you so you can receive it. Whatever is coming towards you with that 10 of Pentacles is something that is meant to last for the long haul. So it could be a job that would supply you for, long-term gain with that 10 of Pentacles for a very long time. A career. It could also be love that can lead to life partnership. If some of you have been trying to manifest a move with the Knight of Pentacles or a new home, because it is kind of like your foundation with the number 4, but then it's also, long-term stability with the 10. So definitely can talk about your home life. If you've been looking to manifest a home or a move, this is your forever home at that point, you see. 10 of Pentacles is telling us whatever comes in or whatever comes towards you now is going to be meant to last for the long haul. A forever home, a life partnership, a career or job that you could feel satisfied with, live abundantly with, maybe retire doing. Maybe if it's a goal, then it's something that you would be able to work your way toward achieving long-term, abundance and fiscal gain. It's going to supply you. It's going to provide for you in that way. And these things are arriving now. This new moon is helping to usher them in. Whatever these promises are, right? Whatever these creative endeavors, manifestations are, the universe is ushering them in divine time. But maybe as of the time you watch this reading, there's some aspect of it that you can't quite see. It's veiled. That's why the curtain's there. But you're approaching some kind of grand finale. A grand finale, I think, towards a seed that you've planted. And there's going to be a reveal, a big reveal up ahead. But it's like Spirit's trying to tell you to clear your mind, trust your intuition. Outside appearances aren't the reality of it. Things are not what they seem. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Because this thing is on its way. The door is opening. The Ace is showing us that. Ace of Cups. The Empress is about to birth it. We also have energy of movement toward you with the Knight. And it's like when this thing comes towards you, the feeling is here, don't let me catch you slipping or distracted. It's weird. It's almost like having the music up so loud, because that's the distraction, that when somebody knocks on the door, you don't hear it. So it's kind of like saying to keep your focus right. And the focus should be on what your intuition has been kind of nudging you with or hinting at. There's signs and synchronicities. Look at that. Again, something's turning around for you. And it's happening in divine time. It's a stroke of luck, stroke of genius, lucky breakthroughs. Yeah. It's like focus on the outcome that you want to see, not on what the outside world is showing you, because that's not, it's almost like that's not the truth. The truth is the seed that you've planted. That's the truth. The truth is it eventually has to get birthed into your experience, like any creative process. You know, like a seed has to reach the soil, a child eventually has to come out into the world. You know, that's just the way it is. And that's the truth. Don't get distracted to the point that when the gift gets delivered, right, you have the music up so loud that you don't hear it coming, or you don't, yeah, that's the only analogy I could think of in regards to that. And yeah, not everything or everyone is going to be able to come with you into this new, look at that, version of you, where the full manifestation and realization in a tangible, physical, earthly way of your promise resides, right? Because all this earthly energy, 1, 2, 3, showing us that something's about to get tangibly manifested for you. Where you can see it, hold it, touch it, experience it, live it. Not just visualize it. Not just create it in your subconscious. And just be careful. Just be careful, because it's like it says here in the card, not everybody deserves to come with you into this abundant new energy that you're about to arrive at and or receive. So trust your discernment, your intuition when it comes to people who wear masks, right, with you, or put on a facade. And I say that because of this card. Yeah, be very discerning of who you trust or who you take with you into this next chapter of the journey, where the gifts and the blessings and the abundance and the wealth and the prosperity and all that good, stable, beautiful stuff resides. All right, let's see. Because the feeling is here, you can't trust everybody, and not everybody's actually going to be happy for you. That's just me keeping it real, because that's what I heard. Well, there you go, right? Look at the seeds. That's the seed. You know, I always use the quote of Ralph Waldo Emerson, a forest begins with a single acorn. That's the multiplication process. That's the seed that's been planted. It expands, it grows, right? Number 3. It expands, it grows, it multiplies. And this bond card, so not only do you have luck coming your way, maybe it's financial luck and blessings coming your way, tangible blessings and gifts coming your way, but you have all the elements lining up, right? Water, sun, soil, all lining up to help this seed grow and become and reach the surface and enter the world. So that also harkens back to this energy of divine timing, where everything is coming together to allow for this to enter, for this portal to be open to you so you can walk through it. So your seed can, you know, whatever seed of manifestation or intention you've set can now arrive. And you prepared yourself for this. You've undergone the healing process, the cathartic cleansing, clearing, purifying process right here, and the snake. To shed the old skin to make room for this now. So this seed can grow successfully. So it can arrive to you. So you can tangibly experience it, live it. And it was promised. And it's arriving right in divine timing because all the things, all the pieces on the chessboard are lining up. All the elements lining up to nurture and nourish, and they have been, this seed that you've planted, a seed of intention or manifestation. It's all connecting now. So let's see. Whoa, water. Okay, very much, right? Tied in. Very much tied into the snake energy of intuition too. So again, it's like trust yourself, trust your discernment, trust your intuition, trust your own internal GPS system of the soul, which is going to help you navigate this very kind of unusual time where nothing outside makes sense. Things are not what they seem. But this new moon in Aquarius is actually aligning you with your desires, I think, fully and tangibly manifested over here with the Earth Mother of the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. You're being moved in the direction of it. Lotus energy is also symbolic of change, transformation, transmutation. It's very much tied in to the cleansing, renewal, healing of the snake, the Ace of Cups, and the lotus. The lotus grows from mud and eventually, works its way through the murky depths of the soil, the water, to then eventually reach the surface of the water to access the sun. And at that point, it comes into full bloom. It comes into its fullness. But the process of getting there, working its way through all of that, is part of the healing process, but it's also part of the manifestation process. Match the vibration of the thing you're trying to attract, of the thing that you're trying to become, right? Or the thing you're trying to manifest. You gotta match the vibration of that which you desire. And then if you match the vibration of it, the universe eventually will mirror it back to you. It will reflect it back to you. It'll eventually show it to you, bring it to you, help you arrive at it. Because you are magnets, you are electromagnetic beings. Your thoughts, your visualizations, Aquarian energy, right? Create the world around you. And if you think about something enough, you will become it. Or it'll come to you. That's the law of attraction. Law of assumption. If it's even really law, but that's what they say. So I would say with the water energy, because we do have it a few times on the table, I would say just be in flow. Don't get distracted by nonsense around you or the way things appear, because things aren't what they seem. That's not the reality. The reality of it is that things are arriving to you right as they should, on time, in divine time, on divine timing. But this promise is arriving exactly when it's meant to. You had to go through the process of preparing your energy to match what it is that you're looking to attract, or match the thing that's on your heart. And you're there. You literally are there. And underneath the surface, you don't see how complete and how set you are, or you're about to be. You don't see it, and it's just, part of our human condition, right? There's a lot of energy of things that are underneath the surface that you can't see, right? We have the curtains that kind of keep the veil. You got the lotus energy that's like that. You have the seed of the acorn that's like that. You also have the energy of the Empress. Like, it's all this energy of stuff brewing underneath the surface. And then not only that, like, I kind of wanted you to do the research for yourself, but I'll give you a hint of it. That kingfisher on the card, You know, it is about deep diving. And it is about going beyond surface level. Right? So that, again, is more energy of, you know, things surface level aren't what they seem, but trust that this new moon in Aquarius is going to help show you something, reveal to you kind of those things that have been hidden underneath the surface. They're going to start popping up surface level. You're going to start to see things tangibly materialize and manifest. And I will even throw out there that with the Kingfisher energy, you know, it's communicative. It's communication too. So I feel like there's going to be some messages or some hints of stuff, but I think it's going to be more metaphysical and or intuitive to show you what's coming toward you. That the thing on your heart is arriving soon. Because as you get closer to the wish fulfilled, or the dream manifested into your physical reality, or birthed into your experience, you will, like the signs, the synchronicities, the things will start to pick up. And you're going to have to interpret the language of the universe around you, right? Perception card. You're going to have to interpret that language to get what the universe is laying down. And your intuition really is the only thing that can help you perceive these things and discern them properly. Your luck is about to change. It's because all the right elements are coming together to assist in this breakthrough, this lucky break. And it's bringing you a gift. It's bringing you a blessing. It's bringing you tangible evidence of the thing on your heart. It's bringing you the manifestation. It's bringing you the very thing that you worked so hard to align with, to heal yourself, to now be prepared and ready to receive it. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and grab for you a final oracle to see what the final message is. This is the Sacred Forest. One of my favorite oracle decks, by the way. Let's see. Final oracle message here. Then I'm going to roll the dice to conclude this reading to give you some angel numbers to help with this message. Let's see. Final oracle message for this new moon in Aquarius. Also, I'm going to look at that divine timing card a little bit better because we have the quill, right? And ink. So again, just writing, communication. There's some kind of written, maybe something you'll see, maybe something you'll read, something that'll get conveyed verbally. You know, there's so many different ways that the universe can actually get a message across to us. So I feel like, yeah, just the universe is going to be talking and using communication to get a message across to you when I think you're feeling this energy right here, like jaded, mad, right? I'm getting energy of confirmation too. So I think whatever communication comes through is going to help confirm something to you. But let's see. Wow. Okay, there you go. Truth, right? Isn't that aligned very much with air, energy? Ma'at, justice, right? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then ravens are symbolic of magic. And they are go-betweens between realms, between earth and spirit. They are the messengers of the gods, okay? So let's see what the Raven Spirit Truth says to us. It's also a number 32, breaks down to a 5. which is symbolic of change, the number 5. But let's see. As you look up, you see a raven peering at you from a branch. It feels like he's gazing straight into your soul. He sweeps down and lands on your hand. Amazingly, he begins to talk. There you go, telling you the deeper truths of your life. He reminds you to focus on what's important and admonishes you to make choices in life that honor your truth. Focus on what's important, right? Over here, you could be focused on too many distractions and not focused on, right, what Spirit is trying to get across to you, or the little hints and nuggets that Spirit is trying to send your way, or what you know to be the inner truth, right? It says, stark honesty is called for at this time in your life. In ancient Greece, it was believed that the ravens carried messages from the gods. And because of their acute vision, right, visionary energy, they were thought to be the bringers of truth. The soul loves the truth. What is your truth regarding your life? So be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Listen for what is sincere, right? The things on your heart. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. Perception, right? Step away. Look, step away from those who are cagey and duplicitous. That's why the snake was like, be careful. Because look, your blessings are about to arrive to you. And you have to be very discerning of who you take with you where your blessings reside. Period. And I felt that from the beginning. It was very hard to convey. But I'm glad this card is confirming that feeling. Okay? This is the hardest thing about living your truth, is knowing exactly what that is. However, there is a place within you that always knows what is real and what isn't. Release situations and people with whom you find yourself less than honest for fear of being judged or not accepted. It can take time to discover what is true for you, but once you know, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Exactly. Nothing that is inauthentic to you can come with you where all these physical, tangible blessings and the gift is manifested and where it resides. No, there's no place for those kind of people there. And you're going to have to discern what can stay and what can go, or who can stay, right? And who needs to go. You're going to have to discern that, because your luck is shifting and turning and changing for the better. These blessings are about to arrive to you, and not everybody's going to fit where you're headed. Okay. Let's see. It says miracles. Well, miracles follow when you take time to be genuine. The raven is also considered to be a totem and protector of the Queen of Fairies. The spirit of the raven says, the soul loves the truth. Find your truth. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Be fearless in your journey. Follow your inner guidance. Let go of what is not authentic and sincere in your life. Be a shining example of truth for others. Whoa. Okay, so that does apply. That really does. Yeah, because you've shed old facets of self to align with your inner truth, right? To be this revised, refined, rebirth version of you. And if it doesn't fit, like if things don't fit, right? You don't want to force them where they don't fit. And you're going to have to be very honest with yourself about what can stay and what can go when it comes to all these blessings that you're about to receive, because there's a new door opening up to you where luck is on your side and things are coming together for your highest good benefit and blessing. But yeah, that's why the mask is here. Maybe there are people in your life and your journey at this time that maybe aren't completely honest and authentic with you, but you're going to have to discern that. Close the curtain on those things, people, places, situations, and relationships, because what is about to knock on your door over here is everything that your heart desires, and not everybody is entitled to experience that with you. Okay, so that's the message in this, with this new moon in Aquarius. There's some kind of truth that's going to get revealed. The curtain's going to get lifted. The veil's going to get lifted. It's going to show you what you need to know. It's going to communicate what you need to know and understand. And your intuition is going to be the thing that discerns, right, what's authentic and what's not. It's also going to be what helps you navigate and translate the language of the universe, which is throwing you signs of what's to come. I think it has to do with something you've been envisioning. But that seed is about to poke through the surface of the soil. And there's going to be tangible fruit for all the work that you've done on yourself and in your everyday mundane life. Like her cornucopia, right, is flowing over. She reminds me of Goddess Fortuna with the cornucopia there. But yeah, there's some kind of abundance and blessing coming your way, tied to a manifestation or visualization. It's tied to something you've been feeling and gestating with all your heart and mind. And you're going to have to make space for it. And not everything and everyone is going to be able to follow you where that resides. So yeah, I hope this message helps you. So let's get some angel numbers for you for this new moon in Aquarius. These angel numbers can confirm a lot of what has already been said in the reading and or provide you with a message maybe you need personally. I don't give you a source because it could be one you don't like. I never want to imply that one source on the internet is better over another because there's a lot on the internet. I say trust your heart. Find a source that you trust. If it speaks to your heart, that's the one. Go with it, right? Also take the journey because it's fun, right? To research the numbers for yourself. And who knows what other sign, synchronicity, and confirmation spirit might throw your way as you take that journey to research the numbers for yourself. So take that journey. And also maybe try to refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section because we want to give everybody a chance to find some magic for themselves, right? When they go research the numbers. So let's see what number comes up for you for this new moon in Aquarius. All right, so that's a 3, very much like the 3 of the Empress. Okay. A 1. Bear with me. So 1. And a 9. All right, so 319. I'll put it in the screen for you. Go ahead and look up the numbers, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Maybe consider joining my channel membership for exclusive content and readings that I put out for members only. You could also visit me on Etsy to support me further. My Etsy shop link is down below in the description box. I have Starseed t-shirts that I designed myself. I also have personal readings upon availability. I have crystal jewelry that I make on my free time as well, so I'm very crafty. Pay me a visit at any time. I'd love to see you around. Take care of yourself and always keep shining.